RocSports, I'm back with another video. As you can tell by the title, I just dropped my NBA East playoff predictions. This is my West playoff predictions. So, like I said, playoffs is here. I'm excited. It's always feel weird to me when playoffs first hit for all sports. When it's big fights, anytime it's the what we waiting on, it always just be like, wow, it's really here. It's always surreal for me. As just a sports fan of me and kid in me that just kicks in. But I'm excited, man. I'm very excited for tomorrow. I'm excited for tonight for the play-in games. I just said in my last video how I'm not much of a play-in, not much of a fan of it, but nonetheless, it's still playoff basketball, so to say. So I'm excited for it. But let's get right into it. First series, Denver Nuggets versus Golden State Warriors. This is a very tricky series. Very tricky. Because Steph Curry, we don't know the health of Steph Curry. Golden State has been struggling at an alarming rate. Golden State was rolling, man. They were rolling. Everybody just thought once Draymond came back and, once they got the guys back, that it would just be all of the pieces going right into place naturally. But for whatever reason, it's been a multitude of reasons why. But they just have lost their touch, man. But Jokic is the MVP. He is the MVP. What he has done this year without his main two guns has been very impressive. It's been all-time great. But I just don't know if he's gonna have enough. If Jamal Murray and MPJ was there, I would pick the Nuggets, honestly. But I think that Golden State is just too much for Jokic. With being, undermanned, and that experience, that grit from them, I think is just going to eventually set in. And I believe that Clay, him being back in the playoffs and the Bay Area is going to be on fire. I think that they're going to take care of business. I'm going to say in 6. Golden State in 6. Next series. This is another tricky one. Luca and the Dallas Mavericks versus Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. Now, the Utah Jazz is just one of those teams that's just, in my opinion, they should break it up. Because Donovan Mitchell needs more help. It's Donovan Mitchell and guys. Don't get me wrong, when I say in guys, that may sound disrespectful, but in terms of when you're comparing them to the other teams, they're just guys, man. Rudy Gobert he's good defensively. I don't even think he's great defensively, but he's good defensively. Yes, he has the accolades. But don't nobody fear Rudy Gobert, man. Don't nobody fear him. Donovan Mitchell, he has Jordan Clarkson, and he's hit or miss. Royce O'Neal, he's just a guy. They traded Joe Ingles. Mike Conley's just older. They just don't have enough, man. But the tricky thing with this, they don't have enough to get them propelled to the next level. So they are always going to be a middle-of-the-pack team every year. It's going to be hanging around that 3 to 6 range. They're going to constantly make the playoffs, and they're going to get bounced in the first and second round, the Utah Jazz. I'm very excited for Dallas Mavericks. I was very excited for them because I felt like the moves that they made were very good moves. But Luca has to get healthy, and that's what worries me. They're saying now that he may miss game 1 and game 2. So that's obviously critical. And that's going to be interesting to see if they can, if Dallas can steal a game while Luka's out. Then I feel like they'll be okay. But if not, it's going to be interesting, man. Utah may win this series because of the health of Luka. But I'm going to go with the Dallas Mavericks. I'm going to go with them. They always been knocking at the door past couple years, and I think that they kept their core together for the most part, and I think that they're going to have enough firepower to get past Utah. So I'm going to say, because of the health of Luka, I'm going to say that this goes 6, maybe 7. But I'm going to go with the Dallas Mavericks. Next, this is going to be an exciting playoff series. Jamorant and the Memphis Grizzlies, who's been the surprise of the season, in my opinion, against who I'm happy to make the playoffs, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Everybody wanted to dog Minnesota the other day, but as a sports fan, I'm happy for Minnesota because they made the playoffs. Yes, they didn't win nothing, but they made the playoffs, man. Like, that's not a team that just normally makes the playoffs, so that's good for the NBA. They're young stars, D-Lo, Ant-Man, and Cat. They got to be great. I'm a big fan of all three. I want to see more from D-Lo, more consistency. Obviously, and is still young, but he's a dog, man. He's one of those. He want it. He hungry. And Cat, you just got to be dominant, bro. You got to do how you was playing in the season. What you did the other night ain't gonna cut it. You got to be smarter than that. You a vet now. But I just think that Memphis is on another level. Defensively, offensively, they deep, all of that. When you take away those 3 guys from Minnesota, they got a couple of other good pieces, but they still working. You know what I mean? Get them a couple years, or maybe even next year, depending on how good their offseason is. But Memphis, though, Memphis is deep, man. They may be the deepest team, other than Phoenix. They may be the deepest team. Who can keep their team afloat without their star? 20-5 without Ja? That's just crazy. No, they're not better without Ja. And that just shows you how good their team is. They go 8, 9, 10 deep. They can do everything. They dogs, they young, they athletic, they can run. Ja is the head of that snake, and he is fearless, as is the rest of that team. I think that they on a mission to prove that they legit, as is the Phoenix Suns. So I'm picking Memphis in 6, and maybe in 5, maybe 6. And the Phoenix Suns play the winner of the Clippers and the Pelicans. I think that they're going to take care of business on that. The Suns has just been on another level. So I'm going with the Suns to dominate that series. The Suns hasn't got their respect. I said this in the past, and I'm going to say it again. They haven't got their respect. As they starting with their star player, Devin has never gotten the respect that he deserves since he's been in the league. The dude is, you can say he's a superstar now, but to me, I feel like it's only a couple of superstars, but I feel like he's an emerging superstar. I feel like it's only like 3 or 4, maybe 5 superstars, legit. That's just me though. But I feel like he's right at the cusp. He's right there. If he can duplicate what he did last year and finish the job, he's crossed over in my eyes. But the Suns has pretty much had they had one of the greatest seasons, man, that you can say, like, ever. Obviously, they had the franchise best record. They're another team that can do everything. They go deep. They smart. They're experienced now. And I just truly believe that it's their time, man. I feel like that they're on a mission. They feel the disrespect. Obviously, Devin Booker, he just played with a chip on his shoulder all the time. Monty Williams, so happy for him. So happy for him because he's been deserving this. I'm excited to see what the Suns do. I would like to see them complete it all this year. But we're going to strictly stick with the first round predictions. That's my first round predictions. It's RocSports. I'm checking out. All of my boxing, NFL, and NBA fans, like, share, and subscribe, man. Keep coming back. I'm going to be dropping more content.